Good evening guys, and welcome to my channel and my video. The tiara is on because this video is celebrating my second YouTube birthday. So I have now been a YouTube content creator for 2 whole years, and yeah, still haven't managed to get over 500 subs. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. I'm having fun doing it, and I guess the guys who've subscribed to me must enjoy it. At least I hope you do. And thank you very much for sticking with me. Last year for my first YouTube birthday, I wanted to get you guys involved, and I thought, why not just do the same thing again this year? So I have been running some polls on my Instagram stories for you guys to pick what I'm going to eat for the entire day. If you are not following me on Instagram and would like to, the name there is Kaz Loves Cakes, exactly the same as it is on here. And yeah, you made some interesting choices, guys, you really did. So normally when I do a video of a full day of eating at some point during the day when I am more awake than first thing in the morning, I would usually record my intro and take my thumbnail. However, I managed to completely forget to do either of those things with this video. So when I came to edit it today, I had no intro and no thumbnail. So that is why I look completely different now to how I'm going to look for the entirety of the video. But you know what? It's me. You guys, you should be expecting this by now. So, Editing Kaz is going to leave you now and hand you back to Past Kaz and see what you gave me. So, for my coffee, I asked if I would be having a hot coffee or a cold coffee, and you guys picked hot, which certainly last year I would have said would be my absolute definite choice, because at that point I had not discovered that cold coffee could actually be nice. Now, it's sometimes nice, but I think still it's a drink I prefer hot. So thank you for picking that. And then I gave you the choice between a coffee pod from my coffee machine or a Starbucks latte sachet, and you guys went for Starbucks. Now, I really love the white mocha one they do. I also love the caramel one they do. This is the cinnamon dolce latte, which again, I really like. I've been having a lot of the white chocolate mocha ones, so that is why today I'm going for the cinnamon dolce latte. So I'm gonna go put the kettle on, make my coffee, and then hopefully in about an hour, I'll start to feel vaguely human. Normally, the most I'm capable of doing before having my morning coffee is getting washed and getting dressed, but I have managed to slap on some eyeliner so I don't look too terrifying for you guys. It's a really hot day, which is good because in Scotland that doesn't happen very often. So I'm probably not going to put on any more makeup. I'm not really one for wearing a lot of makeup. Regular viewers will know. Low maintenance girl. This is actually way too hot to drink right now, so I am gonna let it cool for a bit. And at the moment, I do not have the brain capacity to really be chatty, so I'm just gonna stop filming until it's cool enough to drink. If you haven't had this flavour, guys, I can really recommend it. It's kind of got a hint of cinnamon to it. It's not overwhelming, but it's also sweet. Really, really delicious. And I'm not someone who takes sugar in hot drinks. So The reason I only gave you 2 choices for coffee is because last year I did have the option of Costa or Starbucks, as well as a couple of others, and you did pick the Starbucks option, but the prices there have just gone up so much, and I'm quite happy to have my coffee at home, getting up first thing and then trailing up to the coffee shop to fill myself. I don't think I've got the energy for it these days, but I know I could get a takeaway coffee, but it's literally 15 minutes to walk there, and the delivery charge plus whatever they put on top, because the prices are always more expensive when you get a delivery, it's just not worth it. It can end up being something like £6 for a cup of coffee, £2 for a box of 6 sachets. Big difference. So yes, I'm perfectly happy with the start to my day. I'm going to drink this and watch the news, as is my usual morning routine, and we'll find out if I'm as happy with the choices you've made for the rest of my day as we go along. Right, the coffee has been drunk. I feel marginally more human, and I need to go to M&S to get a few bits for later on today. So let's head up, guys. When I did this same concept video last year for my first YouTube birthday, I do remember saying that I was surprised and maybe a little disappointed by the fact that despite cake being an option for every single thing, you guys didn't pick it once. Well, I may be quite literally about to eat my words, because what did you guys pick for breakfast? Here I have a Trillionaire's cake in a jar from M&S. Now, don't get me wrong, I love cake. The clue is in the name. But for breakfast, I'm not really a sweet breakfast person. So this is not my idea of a good breakfast. But to be honest, it's probably not many people's idea of a good breakfast, you know, unless you're a child. So I went for this flavour. I was torn between this and the raspberry one, but caramel is always going to be my first love. So, cake time. It's only because it's a birthday video that I splashed out a bit and got one of these. It smells so sweet, and it's just, it feels so wrong this time in the morning, but hey, gotta go with it. I think that is actually mostly icing. I'd actually forgotten how good this is. I was thinking about what cake I could have. I didn't want to get a big cake. Well, okay, that's a lie. I would have loved to get, you know, one of those 12 or 14 or 15 pound cakes. But one, can't really afford it, and two, that would be utterly ridiculous for one person. So that's why I went for the cake jar, because I just didn't fancy having a big slice of cake. But I still think these are extremely overpriced. You can let me know in the comments how you feel about having a sweet breakfast. But even as a kid. I never liked stuff like Frosties. I can't lie, guys. I've only eaten half and I am starting to feel a bit sick. I'm very glad that I didn't put in a morning snack option because I don't think I'll be needing it. And especially if you guys had chosen cake for that one as well. I think it's safe to say I'm probably going to be bouncing off the walls for most of the morning. I was actually considering getting one of the sticky toffee muffins from M&S, but I thought it was safer to go for the cake jar because I wasn't 100% certain whether I'd be able to get the video filmed today or not. There's so much caramel in that bite. I'm not sure if cake jars have really caught on as a concept. I know Asda have brought them out and there's some independent companies that do them, but I think they're just so expensive, and if you really want to take cake on a picnic in a jar, you can just get a cake and stuff it into a jar because it will end up looking and tasting the same as a cake jar. The Asda ones, definitely not as good as M&S ones, but they are a bit cheaper. Oh my God. Well guys, I've done this for you. If I'm still making videos in 2024, please don't pick cake for breakfast. First of all, guys, I just want to apologise for any external noise that you can hear. It is so hot today that I have got my French windows open, and unfortunately you are sitting right in front of them, but there really isn't anything else I can do. So for lunch, in case you haven't already worked it out, it's not cake. You guys picked a sandwich, snack and drink from M&S. Now, I went for their big bottle of pink lemonade, which is 95p, because much better value for money than their smaller bottles that you would normally get with a sandwich deal, although M&S don't actually do a meal deal. And I picked fruit because today is probably going to be pretty light on the fruit and veg. And then I've gone for a Wensleydale and carrot chutney sandwich, which I have never ever had before, so I hope I'll like it, but that's why I picked it. I thought, let's take the chance to try something new. So I'm going to go, am I going to go and decant this into a glass and be ladylike, or am I just going to be lazy and swig it out the bottle? Who am I kidding? I was not expecting it to do that. It smells really, really fruity. I really like their cranberry lemonade, but they don't seem to do that anymore. It's nice though. I was looking at the crisps, but the fruit just really appealed. I think because it's hot, and I know I've said this before, but some of you haven't watched my channel before. I don't find that when it's hot, I lose my appetite. I don't understand people who, when it's hot, don't feel like they want to eat. That has never, ever been me. So well filled from the front. Not so well filled from the back, but it's on brown bread, which is my favourite. Actually quite nice. The bread's nice and soft. Wensleydale is not my favourite cheese, but the chutney is really good. I need to stop holding everything in front of my mouth when I'm talking. And the salad is nice and crisp. For anyone who's interested, it was £3. And I'm pretty sure this was £1.25. I also realised I've done it again. I haven't gone and got a plate. I don't think I'm ever going to learn. I'm going to pop you on time lapse because you do not need to watch me eat a sandwich for 5 minutes. So, yeah. So this is called Stone Fruit and Berries, and it's nectarine, raspberries and blueberries. And yes, guys, this is the book I started reading on holiday last year in December. You wouldn't think I'm the same woman who read 220 books in 1 year. That was a lot though. M&S do have lovely fruit. There's not really much more I can say about it. Do I eat this on time lapse? I mean, it's fruit, so not that interesting. I guess I'll see you when it's time for a snack. So guys, snack time, and here's what you chose. I really hope you will allow this to count. I mean, to be honest, it's what I'm having and I'm filming it, so you don't really have a choice in the matter, but I am having cheesecake. Now, I did think about having pancakes for breakfast, but I felt that that was just pushing the line a bit too far. But I think cheesecake counts because it is a dessert at least. And these are the English Cheesecake Company Lotus Biscoff cheesecake slices. I'm only going to be having one of them. They were on offer at Tesco and I absolutely love them. So I'm going to go and get a plate this time and have one. Cheesecake. If you like cheesecake, I highly recommend this. It is an expensive brand, but oh my God, it is so worth it. Unless, of course, you make your own. Tesco sent a hot delivery driver again. So, of course, I'm kneeling on the floor, unpacking my shopping, not making eye contact with him. He's trying to talk to me just to tell me about things that were not available. And I'm just tongue-tied. I'm wondering if I maybe should have had this for breakfast, but it might just be that it's later in the day and that's why it doesn't seem as sweet. I honestly can't believe I used to dislike Biscoff because I now love it. The base on these cheesecakes is always a nice crunchy base, which I love. And it's always got a lovely creamy cream cheese layer. And I think they get the topping to base ratio exactly right. Well, last bite of the cheesecake. So I guess I'll see you when it's time for dinner. For dinner this year, you actually chose exactly the same as you did last year. Last year I did get a takeaway, but this year, again, as I said when it came to the coffee, I'm going for a cheaper option, and I do really like the Pizza Express pizzas, and again, on offer from Tesco, so win-win, I think. I forgot how massive they are. So yeah, I might just have half. But we'll see how I get on. Because there is a dessert to come. So here I am with half the pizza. Didn't think to get anything to dip the crusts in, but never mind. I did think about using a knife and fork, and then I thought, you know what? Why start trying to be classy now? I mean, we're practically at the end of the video, so yeah, a bit late. It's quite hot and very cheesy. The only thing I think would improve this is if it was absolutely covered in mushrooms. It's a very good pizza. Base is light and crisp. I'm not sure what else to say really. I really haven't done much today, partly because I've been so stuffed with cake, but also it's so hot. And yeah, I've done some crochet, but I didn't feel like filming myself doing crochet because I've done that. And I'm just making more cows, so it's not as if I'm doing anything spectacular. I'm also feeling so tired, and I think that's probably the heat as well. I'm going to go and get what's left of that bottle of pink lemonade, which is actually most of it, and finish the rest of this on time lapse. So the choices for dessert actually ended up with a tie. So I did the best thing I felt I could and tried to combine them with a birthday cake flavoured Viennetta because I couldn't find any birthday cake flavoured ice cream, and I don't like Arctic roll. The ice cream makes the sponge soggy and it's just not nice. So this is what I'm going to be having. I'm not going to be having the whole thing, so I will be back in a minute with a slice, but I'm actually really glad, because it is so hot, that I'm getting to have something cold. Even if it is cake, again, for the third time, but I bring it on myself, so I only got myself to blame. I have actually never had this flavour of Viennetta before, so this is a complete first for me. It's quite melted. It's actually really nice. It's got lovely strawberry and vanilla ice cream, and the sprinkles and chocolate on the top are not overdone. I should have put this in a bowl, shouldn't I? It's going to end up going everywhere. I forgot to get the tiara out today. And no balloons this year. Because, you know, second birthday, it's not as special as the first. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've mostly enjoyed it. Can't lie, a little bit more cake in the day than would have been my personal preference, but, you know, sometimes it's fun to let other people take charge. I'm going to finish this Viennetta, probably not finish that book, let's be honest. And I hope to see you back for the next video, but thank you for watching. Thank you for voting if you did. If you didn't, make sure you follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below so that you can take part in any future polls. And yeah, for now, take care. Bye.